out of the appendix. Perhaps if you put that as for the known types of contracts out there, these are the obligations that we can represent, or something along those lines. And it's extensible to handle new types of contracts should they arise. Would that fix it?
That may be a good.
Because you can't ever say that okay, this is exhaustive. You can. It's more intuitively exhaustive. You're not formally proving that that's an exhaustive set.
Yeah, for me, if an obligation is exhaustive, there are no other way.
Within a certain. The thing is, when you say an obligation, it sounds kind of open-ended.
It does sound very open-ended.
When you say bilateral contracts
Yeah.
between this person and this person,
then you yes.
Yeah,
then you scope it out. And
right.
There's only 10 possible
then you can
cells.
scope it. But
Yeah,
if you say
you could say this is the life cycle we considered.
Yeah.
But what I was talking when you have 1 to 10 list, you say okay, these 1 to 10 are the only obligations possible in every possible contract.
If you would just put the word bilateral in slide 15.
No, but also these are the ones we consider.
As one would
People are asking for him to make his scope explicit.
Right.
That's all we're asking.
Right. I think in the dissertation it's mentioned clearly the scope I look at is the bilateral contract.
Your audio is getting all of this. It's not going to
the
run out
bilateral
because
contract. Right.
I'm relying on that to catch the details here.
Including the Las Vegas.
No, it doesn't. No, isn't this?
I'm gonna have to live with that.
Yeah, but also if you look only at the
rumors start.
I would never do such
Oh, the Las Vegas guy.
I would never do such a thing.
Okay. Two lighter questions on. Two light questions. Don't go in.
Yeah, meaning stay out of the appendix.
Don't go into the appendix. Go to slide 3.
Motivation.
Yeah. How do you do the outline? Is it possible in PowerPoint? Microsoft PowerPoint?
Yes, it's PowerPoint. I do it.
No, you can manually, you can automatically create this outline at every slide, or is it you do it manually?
There's a time consuming. Task. You may infer from that.
So it's not automatic?
No.
Right, it's not.
Okay, that's my second.
And there were 10 PowerPoint questions.
My third question is, where are you trying to publish? What is the target?
Yes, actually we try already. We put in some draft paper already. There are currently I work with professionally on 2 papers, on 2 drafting articles. The one drafting article is about the formalism, and we target to the data and knowledge engineering of processor rate computer data. Another is about the methods for the driving control requirement. And this one, currently I target to some journal on the electronic commerce, because they may fit to them, because this one is more about trade. I also try to develop a paper that in using the practitioner term, mainly to convince practitioner that Deontic foundation is important for designs of inter-organizational control procedure. There's no formal term or formal formula there, just words to convince the practitioner side. So maybe 2 or 3 publication code, but it depends on the future.
That's it.
Normally the advisor doesn't really ask the question, except for clarification questions and leading questions. I have just one leading question. There's one word that you and I have talked about a lot, but I didn't see in the slides, and that word is harmonization. Here we go.
There's got to be there in the appendix.
Reaches for
I put the harmonization into the future research. I consider the harmonization is the situation here. There is different requirement, maybe different legal requirement or regulation requirement between different countries or different trade agreement and so forth. So different law may have different requirement, that may lead to a contradict between the two. You require contradiction. You require to do A, and the other require to do some B, and A and B cannot be achieved at the same time or at the same person. And
so Deontic conflict.
Right, Deontic conflict. So the thing here, I envision, actually in the dissertation you see here, there are two components with harmonization, two elements that we need to accomplish, at least I see. The first one is the formal representation that I show here like a tool, the modeling Deontic process, generate control requirement. That means to show them what is the underlying purpose, whether they agree on the underlying purpose. And here is the control. We separate the process into Deontic and control, so that they can negotiate on the underlying purpose first, and then negotiate on the control. The second thing is a kind of the system that support a negotiation. The system that support negotiation. Here we don't see anything related to when I implement that control, how much cost I need to pay. You see, the control implemented not just the direct cost, but also the cost, the consequence of that to the business, the consequence of that to the culture, to the environment, to the variety of things behind me. So the negotiation tool should support or should tell the negotiator, when I add this control, what happened? What is the consequence to my case, to my situation? And for the other, it's the same. So by combining the two things, the first is the tool that provide them to separate level of representation, and where we're providing them to plug and play different things, different control, different underlying Deontic. And the second thing is the tool for negotiation. Let them know the consequence for it, for his decision. When I make such decision, what happened? So based on that, we will have the negotiator in harmonizing different control requirements. But that is for the future.
Okay, I think we've reached the point of asking Vu to take the floor. Thank you, and friends, colleagues, and this is the time when we have I shut down.